Hello, hello, crafty friends. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? If you're watching this part of my video, you're most likely watching the replay because I haven't seen anyone jump on yet. I'm just finding us, and I'm going to share us to our groups as I wait for some friends to hop on. There's my first friend. Hi, Christine. How are you today? How are you? I hope you're having a good Thursday. All right, we're going to share this to my two groups. Paper Sweeties, Handmade, Market, and Share. Hi, Maricela. How are you? I just saw a text come in with your name, but I didn't read it yet because I am doing this. Hey, Albert. How are you? Yep, she's right back there, y'all. She's right back there, y'all. Do you want to see her and say hi? You want to say hi to friends? You want to say hi to your friends? She's chewing on her bone. She's being a good girl. Say hi, friends. Hi, friends. She doesn't know. When I tell her say hi, she gets so confused. Poor little thing. Poor little thing. I don't think this is gonna work. I put my two little gingy nutcracker stockings on my front windows, and I just like opened the window and put a piece of yarn and then put the yarn on the inside of my window and closed the window and wrapped it around the little lock on the window. And the wind keeps blowing my pink one backwards. Right. I don't know how else I would hang them on my front porch. That's good, Christine. You're doing good. That's good. All right, guys. We're going to craft and chat today. Hi, Betty. Welcome in. I made this yesterday, and it immediately sold. I was going to keep it for myself. So I'm like, okay, I'll make myself another one. And then two more people. Coconut says, hi. Maricela, if we live close, we would have to get them together for a play date. Although I don't think Bailey likes other dogs. So we take her to my one son and has a dog. And they're good with each other. But Bailey's heavily medicated. My other son has the cat and she loses her mind. I mean, I don't even like taking her there. Even medicated, she loses her mind. So I made this yesterday and it immediately sold. Immediately, within 15 minutes of me finishing my live and posting it. And then two more people reached out. They are cuties. Coconut and Bailey, Diane, yeah, they're cuties. So I need to make 3 more because I want one for myself and then the other 2. So I thought today I will show you what I didn't show you on camera yesterday. On camera yesterday, I showed you just how to make the reindeer and then how to do this and how to assemble it. So on camera today, I'll show you how to do the base and the wood hoop. Words, guys, words. Oh my gosh. It's so cute though. And I just got back. Right, Diane? So cute. So cute. And it was fun to make too. It's like one of those projects you could get done in like an hour and a half or 2 hours. I also just got back from the store in town that sells my stuff, you guys. They're having a big holiday open house Saturday. This piece has glitter on it, so I'm not going to use it because I don't want to get glitter in my cup. Let me get a new piece of parchment. Sorry, making all the noise. I gathered up every single handmade item I had in my house that I'm not keeping for myself. Like the gingy back there, I made it Fake Baker's Gone Wild. It's mine. The gingy up there, that one I made last month, Pink Frosting Divas. That's mine. I'm keeping it. The gingy train, that's for my mother-in-law for Christmas. The Santa and Mrs. Claus I made from Shelby's class, keeping them. And then you can kind of see it way in the corner, my Nutcracker centerpiece, that beautiful one I made in September. Pink Frosting Divas, I'm keeping that. So everything else that was loaded back there and that I had off to the side, that I would do during my live sales, I boxed everything up and I had a little bit of stock in the garage and I brought it all to the store in town. Because like I said, they're having this big holiday open house on Saturday. They're having refreshments and raffles and prizes. My neighbor and I are going. When I ran in, I kind of put my blinders on. I didn't want to see any of this stuff. Because I want to be surprised. Like all the holiday inventory and merchandise that my friend Kim that owns the store that she's got in. Hi Hazel, how are you? Hi Penny, hi Julie. Hi everyone, welcome in. So if anyone is watching and lives locally, that's Coastline Designs. They're in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, and they're having their big holiday open house on Saturday. This printed pumpkin clay, I use this in Debbie's and Maricella's, and this is like a newish bag, and it doesn't feel like normal. It feels a little bit wetter than normal, stickier than normal, which is weird. I don't know why. So anyways, I've been on the run. So then when I got home, I had about an hour until I had to come live. So I took all those rolls of ribbon out that I got the other day. And you guys, I did go back and get a $33 refund yesterday. I'm like, you charged me a different price than online. In store, they charged me buy two, get one free. And online, it was buy two, get two free. So it was a difference of $33. So I took it all back. They refunded the original price. And then they rang it up with the lower price. Hi, Christy. How are you? So when I got home from the store today, I went outside, got my big ladder, tried to figure out how I was going to wrap, and what I figured out. Hi, Maureen. How are you? I kind of wrapped it around my pillar and tied it in the back, like towards my house. No one will see. And then started wrapping it. The only thing is I have those big wood Y braces. Like here's the column. And then on either side, I have those big Y braces, you know, the farmhouse braces. Hi, Teresa. Welcome in. Carly, how are you? I thought of you the other day, last Friday, because I wore that pretty beach Santa aqua surfboard Santa top that you gave me at Fake Bakers. And I was saying, Carly gave me the shirt. I went to lunch. I came back from lunch. It was sitting nicely folded on my table. She literally gave me the shirt off her back. We're remaking this because I made it yesterday and sold it and got orders for 2 more, and I want one for myself. So we're remaking. So it was a little tricky up top to kind of figure out how I was going to get it started and work around those braces. And then coming down the post, it was easy. So of course I went through one whole roll and I hit it. Oh, I miss seeing you too. Carly, I have been swamped. I don't know if you know, my newest little grandson was born 2 weeks ago. So I was out of town for like 5 days. So I was not even, I took the time off. I was not even crafting. Went to meet the baby and I stayed for a few days, and so fun watching the kids be parents again. This is number 2. And then I came back, and then I was off a whole nother week because it was Maricel and I's workshop. So I was off basically for like 2 weeks. So I haven't been ignoring y'all. I just haven't been around you guys. I know, Vay. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. The little boy, the prince was born. So we have 5 little girls and 1 little boy. We have 5 now. Holy cow, guys. Say a prayer for me at Christmas. I've already started my shopping. My one guest room upstairs is like Christmas Central. I have everything laid out with piles. This is for Hazel. This is for Evelyn. This is for Dorothy. This is for Brooke. This is for Liam. this is for the kids. This is for the other kids. I mean, it's like crazy. So anyways, so then I'm a squirrel today, guys, which is very unlike me. So I was wrapping my post. I went through one whole roll of the ribbon. So I ran into the garage and got some duct tape, and I duct taped, like I put the two ends together and I duct taped them so it would be like this. I put the ends like this, and then I duct taped so you wouldn't see it. And like a mitered corner kind of. And then I continued wrapping that second piece of ribbon all the way around. And then I went out on the driveway and looked at it, and I didn't like how it looked with the pieces duct taped together. So I took it all down, the two that I had put up. And mind you, I'm on a 12-foot ladder on the porch. And I'm going to have to get my sewing machine out. And I'm going to have to do it right, you know, right sides together, sew the ends together so it'll be nice and tight and they won't come apart. Because that would be terrible if I had them up there and 2 weeks from now the tape gave way and they just fell apart. That would be terrible. All right, so we're going to cover these styrofoam discs. They're smooth. We have to add a little tacky glue. So that's my whole story, guys. What's going on in your neck of the woods? That's my whole story. All right, so we're gonna come in with a little bit of regular Aleene's tacky glue because these discs are the smooth styrofoam. That one's not even really round. I don't like that one. Especially since these are for orders. I'm not going to use that one. I'll cover another one after. I have two here that are nice and round. I ordered that off of, I think I ordered those off of Michael's online. And sometimes when you guys order styrofoam and it ships, it arrives like smashed. It was like a 12 pack, so they all were, but it might have just got smashed on one end. I hate that. I won't throw that out. I'll use it for another project or I'll use it for scrap, but it wasn't nice and round, and especially since these are orders, I wouldn't send something out using that. So, how's everyone doing? Carly, what's new in your neck of the woods? What is new in your neck of the woods? My son is super excited because my daughter-in-law, she's going to take her 6 weeks maternity and then 2 extra weeks to get her to like the 1st of January, and then he's going to start his paternity leave. Carly and my son work for the same company, and they are amazing with their paternity leave. My son gets 3 months paid paternity leave. My son, he's not the one that birthed the baby. Hi Dee, how are you? So that's amazing. That's amazing. So when she is done and she goes back to work, she works from home, so she'll still be there. Then he's gonna start taking off. So my little grandson will be almost 6 months old by time both of his parents are done with their paid leave. You guys, she's silly. You see her? She puts herself in the crate when the door's open and when I'm crafting. And then when we have to go somewhere and I'm like, okay, baby, come on, get in your crate. Mommy's gonna go bye-bye, get in your crate. Ah! Nope, she loses her mind. She barks. You guys can see, if you missed my story, I ended up she chewed her way out of it when we were gone to Fake Beakers Gone Wild. So I ended up, can you see, I zip tied cooling racks because we were putting her in the laundry room, baby gated, and then she started scratching my laundry room door. You guys, now I have to paint my laundry room door because she scratched my whole laundry room door. So I'm like, all right, that's not happening. You're going back in the crate. what can I figure out to secure you in there so you won't chew your way out? So I was thinking of going to like Lowe's and getting metal grates of some kind. And then I went in my pantry. I'm like, oh, I have a cooling rack. I wonder if that would work. And they were the perfect size. So I ordered 4 of them and zip tied them on where all the wood, because those dowels are wood. And she just chewed her way out. She's cuckoo, you guys. Do any of you have pets that are cuckoo? Or am I just the lucky one? All right, I'm gonna trim some of this bulk away. And then we'll wrap our styrofoam piece. Doing a lot of talking and not very much crafting. So anyways, yeah, after this, I have to go upstairs, get my sewing machine out, and then sew. It's gonna take 3 rolls of ribbon to do each. So I need 6 rows total. I bought 8, so I should be okay. As far as not running out of ribbon. And then I'll just have the 2 extra. I'll keep, hi Mary, how are you? I'll keep the 2 extra rolls just in case. Because you know, next year could come and they won't have that same ribbon and something will happen and I'll need more ribbon and I won't be able to get my hands on it. So, I bought extra. All right, I'll cut some more of this bulk off. This is just the base, you guys. So, I mean, I'm going to cover it and make it look nice, but I'm not going to be so hyper concerned about getting every single wrinkle out, and especially on the bottom. I'm just going to wrap it over and then push it. I feel like there's still some bulk. She just ran upstairs and got my husband. So she's either asking for him to play with her or asking to go outside. And I just took her out right before I went live. So, Pitbull, when there's food around, really? Cheryl? Not Bailey, because she never gets table food. So, I mean, she tries, but we don't give her any. So she behaves when there's food around, but when company comes, when we go to leave, when we travel and go visit the kids and we bring her, she's just crazy. So she has vet prescribed trazodone, which is a little mild sedative that we could give her. We could give her 3 half tablets in a 24-hour period. So when I go to my son's with the cat, I give her all 3 because she literally is bad with the cat. She barks and wants to get to him, and he's bigger than her and he's got claws all the way around. He would take her down. He's like 12 pounds and she's like 7 pounds. He would pin her down. He would say, listen, little toy poodle. This is my house. Stop acting a fool. All right, there's one, guys. Little piece of glitter. Not gonna worry about it. All right, so there's one. Let's do the other one. This is so stinking cute. I love it. I just love it so much. And it is very easy. Okay, so let's do the other one. We'll roll out some clay, and then I'll have to, when I finish, I'll have to go in the garage and get a replacement for that 3rd one. Because it was just not nice, perfectly round. And there's no way I would sell an item using that. And I don't want that for me either. So that one side got you see how it's squared off right there? You know what? I could use it for a gingy head. A lot of times for the gingy heads or a snowman head. On the snowman heads, I'll cut the top and out with my heat tool, cut the top and bottom off so they sit flat. So this won't go to waste. It's just for this project, I didn't want to use it because I want the base to be perfectly round. It almost looks like a little snow globe. Cheryl, you watched it? Yeah. So I am doing with you today what I did off camera. So you're not like rewatching me do the exact same thing. So yesterday on camera, I did the reindeer, this little top part, and then we assembled it. So today I thought I would do on camera the parts you didn't see me do. The parts I said, oh, I did this off camera. Shih Tzu, separation. Bailey has bad separation anxiety. So bad. Tear blinds down, curtains, flooring, yeah. Climb, chain link. Oh, wow, yeah, see, that's how Bailey is. She chewed her way. She was good for the 6 days, and then on the 7th day, the pet sitter came in the morning, and Bailey had chewed one whole dowel completely off, and it was laying on the floor. Thank God, you guys. And she chewed on the other ones too. You can't see it, but they're like all splintered and have all puppy chew marks in them. Thank God we didn't end up with a puppy in the emergency room when we were in Florida. Because if she had ingested any of that, her intestines are so teeny tiny, it could have got stuck and perforated. I mean, it could have been very bad. That's the first thing my husband said, like, wow, that could have been so much worse than just her chewing her way out and escaping. Yeah, the pet sitter came in the morning to take her pee-pee outside, and she's like, oh, where did Bailey go? The crate is destroyed and Bailey has escaped. She has such bad separation anxiety. Even when she's home and we're home, like if my husband's upstairs working, and if I just go outside to do something outside, she barks and goes crazy. She has very bad separation anxiety. All right, so let's add some tacky glue to this one. I wonder if it's just the little ones, D, or does anyone have a big dog that has separation anxiety? Carly, are you still on here? Does Moose have separation anxiety, or does he chill when you go? And do you give him the run of the house when you go? Or is he in a crate? Or in a room or something? I'm so mad that I have to paint my laundry room door. And it was just at her height where she stood up and could reach, and she scratched. We were gone for a couple hours. She probably scratched on that door for a couple hours. Scratched the paint right off. So mad. I was so mad. I mean, we're coming up on 2 years in the house, but it's still relatively new. Paid all this money for a nice new house, and then the dog ruins it. What are you gonna do? I tell her all the time, she's lucky she's cute, right guys? She's lucky she's cute. Because otherwise, all right, I'm gonna trim some of the real bulky bulk off again. Then we'll start wrapping it. So for those of you new to clay, this is just an easy peasy way to wrap a base on your project. Okay. And I added the glue on the top and the sides. Not on the bottom because the clay will end up sticking to itself. This is how you would cover like a styrofoam ball for a gingy head. Just bring it up and try to work your way through all those little folds. Like that. And then you see what more excess you have, cut that away. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Welcome, my sweet pink gingerbread loving friend. How are you doing today? What's the weather like in Indiana? Do you have snow? It was like in the mid-70s here Sunday, so I put all of my outdoor Christmas out on Sunday. It was beautiful. I had a t-shirt and shorts on. Then it turned cold Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like really cold, like in the 40s with gale force winds. It was horrible. And now today it's warm again. It's in the 70s again. So it's bebopping all over the place. wore long sleeves when I went to the store earlier to drop my stuff off. And then I had the long sleeves on when I was outside working on the ribbons on my pillars. And I was literally sweating. I came in, I'm like, oh my God, I have to change. It was so hot. I was so hot. All right, and this is the bottom. So we're just gonna finger press it on in until it, all the clay meets together and it's covering the bottom. And again, I don't really care too much what the bottom looks like because it's the bottom, but we want it to be covered and look semi-nice. So once it's all covered, then I just use that part of my hand to push it down if there's any wrinkles on the sides. And then as it dries, you guys know, it will puff up and most all of the wrinkles and imperfections will puff out. The snow's melted. It's a little warmer today. High of 56. Burr. My mother-in-law lives in upstate New York, and she sent us pictures. They were having like snow. And I said, Mom, love you, but give me my beach in my warm weather any day. Now, don't get me wrong. We do get cold here. I mean, we do get cold. Last year, we even got snow. We had a freak snowstorm, which is rare for us. We don't typically get snow. If we get any winter precipitation, I'd rather get snow, but if we do get winter precipitation, it's usually ice. I'd rather get snow. Ice is dangerous. Snow, at least, you can drive in it if you need to. All right, so I'm gonna set these off to the side on parchment. Again, we are remaking, I need 3 more of these. This one's sold. I told her she has to wait until it dries because I just made it yesterday. And then I need 3 more. I even think I wanna make one and bring it to the store. Coconut, access to the house except the bedroom's my office. Scratch the carpet. She's good. She is a good girl. She doesn't get into things. All right, so these were leftover. Hi, Cece, how are you? Welcome. I made these candy canes with leftover pink and red rope that we made for my Santa Hot Cocoa Mug project from my virtual workshop. I did the handles with the pink and red. And I said, no worries if you have leftover, you can just use it to make candy canes with. So that's what I did. And they're the perfect size. A couple inches of snow on Monday. See, that's good. We have a puppy cam, Maricela, and I'll check it after an hour. I'll check it after 15 minutes. I'll check it after 2 hours, 3 hours. And she, she like cries. One time she cried for like 5 hours. It's so sad, you guys. I mean, it breaks my heart because it's just so sad. She misses us so much. So guys, these are teeny tiny little embroidery hoops. For those of you that don't embroider, this is what it looks like. And if you're gonna embroider a cross stitch, you take it apart, you put your cloth in there, and then you put the top back on and you screw it in tight and it holds it so you can do your work. I like using them for craft projects. We're gonna use the inside. I don't throw these out because I feel like that's such a waste. I will take these out to the garage with my husband's whatever cutters, wire snips or whatever, and I will snip it off there and there so I can remove this. This part will still stay. One time I spent the time and I tried getting that off and it didn't really make that much of a difference. So then it will just be free floating open. And depending on what the application is I'm gonna use it for, like today we're covering it with yarn. So I would just put some duct tape on that little seam. I would push it together when this is all off, guys, when this is all off. So this little thing screws all the way off. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Pink and red candy canes, right, Shannon? Something a little bit different. I like different colors. So this is off, and then I would cut them with whatever my husband has in the garage. So just to kind of push it together, I'll push it together and I'll put like strong like duct tape or Gorilla Tape around it. And you could cover that with clay. I'm gonna cover mine with yarn. Kind of all depends. If you want to, I've made projects with these before where I painted them. And if you are gonna do that, use this, paint it, and then you have a nice complete seam one. Use this if you're gonna cover it with yarn, which I should use these because I am gonna cover it with yarn. But I don't have my duct tape, guys, so I'm just gonna keep going with those. I'll use these for another project, and I'll show you how I cover them. Okay, so moving on. So pretend we have our 3 bases. We have our 3 little insides of our embroidery hoops now. You know what I'll do? So these can get drying too. I need 3 little bows to put on the top of her little scarf. And then I need a 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 6 of the little leaves per situation. So I need 6, 12, I need 18 sets of those little leaves. So I don't know if I'm gonna make 18 of them on camera with you. This one, Hazel, is, I believe, the smallest one. It's a 3-inch embroidery hoop. And I ordered them in bulk on Amazon. Hobby Lobby sometimes has these little ones, but it never fails. Whenever I go specifically to Hobby Lobby to get them, because I need this size for a project, this is the size I use all the time, they never have them. They never have them. So I just order them in bulk on Amazon. All right, let's make 3 little red bows. And then maybe I'll make a couple of the leaves, but like I said, I'm not gonna make 18 of them on camera with y'all because you'll be like, okay, Deb, move on to something else. Move on. This is just a little mold that has little different candies and little bow. And I do believe I got it on Amazon. A lot of my pink molds are from Amazon, and a lot of my white and green molds are from Etsy. That's how I kind of keep them, keep track of them in my mind, like where they came from. Cute. All right, so we need 3 of those little bows. 3 little bows. Hi, AAA, how are you? No worries, no worries. This I made yesterday. I can't remember if you're on with me or not. And it sold immediately. And I got 2 more orders for 2 more. And then I want 1 for myself. So I need to make 3 more. This one's sitting off to the side drying. I told her, she paid already, and I told her, you're going to have to wait until Monday until I can package it. And you like the snow? Shay, you like the snow? Where do you live? Where do you live? Well, I lived in upstate New York for 30 years, so I mean, I am used to snow. But now I've lived down in the South for 31 years, so I've lived here longer than I lived up there. And I'm a lot older, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like to drive in it. Whenever we get bad weather here, we're one of the crazy people ahead of time that, you know, bombs the grocery store and buys all this stuff. And then when the bad weather comes, we just stay inside. We stay. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Your order shipped this morning. Utah. Yeah. Beautiful. But yeah, you do get snow there, don't you? Mm-hmm. All right. 3rd little bow. How wonderful is it, y'all, that we are able to use these silicone molds in our designs for fake baking and cookie cutters too. I used to make royal iced cookies, you know, the decorative ones where you make the sugar cookies and then you decorate them with all the different colors of the icing. Very tedious, you guys, very tedious. I mean, it would take me 3 days to make like a batch of cookies because you make the cookies one day, let them sit, and then it would take me 2 days of decorating the cookies. So I've kind of moved all of my cookie cutters from my real Royal Ice cookies over into my craft room and use them for crafting now, because I don't have the patience to do all that with the cookies. It's just a lot of work. As I get older, guys, I just don't have the patience to do a lot of stuff. Okay, there's that. Hi, Tina Smith. How are you? I ordered something from Tina this morning. Did y'all see that beautiful cake she made for our sweet friend Wendy? That red and pink and white and gingerbread cake. I ordered it, and I have the perfect spot. I have an antique cabinet in my dining room, and I sent Wendy a text. I said, here's my Wendy corner. So I have my gingerbread popcorn thing that we made at Fake Baker's there. And then I was the bidder on a cake that she made for a fundraiser a couple of times ago. I was the winner bidder. So I have her cake up there, and I said, oh, this is my Wendy corner. So Tina, I'm gonna put it right next to those things that I have both there. One Wendy made and one Wendy designed and I made. That's gonna be my Wendy Christmas corner. Hi, Ann. Hi, KK. How are you? Welcome. Hi, friends. We are remaking this that I made the other day. It sold immediately, and I got orders for 2 more, and I want one for me. So I have to make 3 more of them. 3 more. All right, we'll make a few of the leaves. I'm not gonna make all of the leaves. I'm not gonna make all of the leaves. Sweet little family from down the street is walking. They have twin 3-year-old girls. They have a 1.5-year-old little boy, and then they have a, I think she said 3-month-old, because they were here for Halloween. Whew, busy, lots of kids. Lots of kids. Sweet family, though. Sweet family. Thank you for sprinkling, Tisha. Thank you for the prayers. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you. So what's everyone doing today? Are you crafting? Are you working? Are you going to craft when you get home from work? Carly? All right, this is one of my favorite molds to use Christmas and holiday time. It has the 3 different size of the holly leaves. And then what I did for this particular project, it has the little berries, and a lot of times I will put pink or red in where the berries are and then put the green on top. But for this project, I used my leftover red glitter berries, beads, that were in my kits for my Santa hot cocoa mug for my virtual workshop. I have leftover, so I thought they would be pretty to use the red glitter beads. So I'm just gonna come in. You wouldn't even have to do this step, but I did it. I'm gonna come in and cut that clay off where those berries are. So then it's flat, and then I could come back in after this dries with these glitter berries and add them right there. Okay, we'll do 3. I need way more than 3. What did I say? I need 6 for each one. See how pretty it is though, guys, with the glitter berries, and it kind of is in line with the little jingle bells. Yeah. Shay, are you getting ready for us next month for Pink Frosting Divas? Shay and I are gonna partner for the month of December. So you and I will have to talk to see if we want to coordinate themes for our projects. I'm so excited to sit and watch you create alongside of me. Livecraft, drizzling. Kathleen, I saw the video you posted. It looked like it was raining buckets. Oh my goodness. Your little tree or your plant that was in the bucket, it looked like it was being drowned. It was raining so hard. Are you excited? Do you have any ideas like what you might want to do? I think I'm still leaning to nutcrackers because I had a different nutcracker item planned for this month with Amy, and then I went in a completely different direction. But I still want to make something inspired by my the original idea that I found. So I'm thinking if you would be open to it, I'm thinking nutcrackers again. We don't have to do the same thing though. If you don't want to do nutcrackers, we could do completely different stuff. We have time. We have time to figure it out. All right, I'm gonna move on. I said I was only gonna make 3 on camera, and then off camera I'll make, I'll just sit there watching TV and make a bunch of these leaves. What did I say? I needed 18 of them for 3 projects, for 3 of these little reindeer hoops. But I thought I would show you some of the stuff I did. You're moving the last, are you still gonna be able to do it? Sweetie, do you wanna switch? Would you rather do it in January? Would that work out better for you? Because I've partnered with someone for January, but hard, yes, Kathleen. But I'm gonna be partnered with Maricela for January, but she probably would be open to switch if she hasn't already got someone for December. I put my clay away and then I forgot I was cutting the berries off. Just because I want it to be a little bit flatter. So when I come in with those red glitter berries. Nutcracker sounds good. Okay. Good, good. You should be good. Well, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Because the week after I moved, I was like feet completely up in the air. But you're a lot younger than me. All right, so the hoops. And my chunky Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion white from Hobby Lobby, okay? And I like this thickness of yarn for these little hoops. Normally you see me doing the, yes, Maricela, you and I are partners in January, and we already know what our inspiration is going to be. Maricela and I already talked, and we already know what our I won't say anything, I'll keep it a surprise. I like using this thickness for these tiny little hoops. You normally see me using the jumbo one, like when I make my candy canes and that, but these hoops are so tiny, I feel like the jumbo would overwhelm them. So I cover the little wood hoops. How am I in time, guys? All right, 15 minutes. Very similar to you seeing me cover other things. Hi, Donna, welcome in. I start on the inside. Put your first little piece of yarn down like that. And class, what are we gonna say? Hold it, hold it, hold it. Debbie, found unfinished wood nutcracker at Walmart. It's only about 8 inches tall. Going to decoupage it like you're doing. Oh, I know, Karen, because I worked on this 2 days so far, 2 Mondays so far, so I got 2 more Mondays to work on it. It's very tedious, but it's gonna be beautiful when it's done, I feel. I gave the drumsticks like 1 coat of paint. It's gonna need 2 or 3 more. I gave the tips of his little boots a 2nd coat of, and I'm using the metallic paints. I'm gonna put sparkle tape ribbon around his cuff. But yeah, it's very, I gotta paint the inside of that white. When this is done, I'll probably bring it to the store in town that sells my stuff and offer it for sale. I'll paint his nose pink. I'll probably put sparkle tape around this. Decoupage. And I'll probably, just because this is round, I feel like that's gonna be so hard to do. I'll probably paint this. Oh, Mrs. P is not coming on after me? Oh, okay, Albert. Thanks for letting me know. I was gone, so I wasn't paying attention to messages. I was gone, and then I was working outside a little bit. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much. So I cut my yarn because the hoops are so tiny, you couldn't work with this bit. You couldn't push it through. I mean, normally I don't like to cut the yarn because I don't like it to be pieced together. Hi, sweet Brandy. How are you? But because it's a tiny little hoop, yeah. Brandy, you're gonna hate me. I just was talking with Susan and we just decided to do another class in December. I told her, I said, you can't expect Brandy to drive 3.5 hours to come to all these classes. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this project as a live class at Susan's. But you're watching me make it here, so you can just rewatch the video. My one yesterday, I did the clay, I did the reindeer, and we assembled it. Today, I'm showing you how to cover the bases, do all the little pieces, and how I cover the hoop. And I just do like a little 1-inch section of hot glue at a time. And you want to wrap it really tight and close together, guys, because you don't want any of that little wooden hoop to show through. So you really want to wrap it tight and close as you're going around the circle. Do you guys know what I mean? And I don't really like to put any more than like 1 inch of the hot glue because by the time you get to it, it could be dry. So I only do like a little inch at a time. And I hold it with my fingers. Did you hear what I just said? Hold it. To keep that tension so it doesn't unspiral. You don't want any of that wood hoop to show through. Even though we're gonna cover and put a lot of stuff on this, I would hate to have a section where you could see the wood hoop. So see how it's nice and tight, and see how this thickness is perfect for the little 3-inch wood hoops. Hi Jenna, how are you? How do you feel today? I hope you're better. All right guys, so between today's tutorial and the one I did yesterday, you should be good to go if any of you want to recreate this project. Because yesterday I showed the reindeer, the ornament topper, and then how to assemble it all. And today I showed the base, the pieces done in the silicone molds, and now the hoops. And as soon as I finish my live, I'm going to get my sewing machine and sew, school. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Vay is my little hold it partner. Wherever she sees me, whatever group, if I leave a comment or something, she'll reply back, hi, Mrs. Hold It. You're so cute, Vay. Yeah, people know me as Mrs. Hold It. It goes pretty good, guys. Pretty quick. And this is another great TV watching activity because you don't really have to like roll out clay and work with glitter or sprinkles. So you could be sitting watching TV and do up a bunch of these. Okay, I'm to the end of that little piece I cut, and I have a little bit more to do. So we're going to strategically layer it in there. Cut some more yarn. And like I said, normally when I'm working with larger pieces, I don't even cut my yarn because I don't like to have to piece it together. But I think as long as you hot glue everything down really good, you should be okay. So on the inside, I'm gonna hot glue that tail where we left off, and then also hot glue the new piece that we have to start with. And I'm gonna hold it for a few seconds to let that glue cool down a little bit because we don't want it to come apart. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, all right, that's probably good. So that's on the inside, the two little tails right there. Now I'm gonna just start doing what we were doing. Put the hot glue on the outside and wrap right around where those two tails are. So we cement them in there really good. And you'll never even see that this was pieced together, guys. You'll never even see that. You will never know. Well, you guys know because you're watching me do this, but the people that are purchasing this cutie patootie, they will never know because I'm gonna make it really tight and they won't even know that it was two separate pieces of yarn. And see what I mean? Because it's a small hoop. If you work with a smaller piece of yarn, it makes your life a little bit easier. All right? So I hold that piece with like my left hand because I'm right-handed. Come back in, so I keep my tension. Come back in with like another inch of hot glue. How many of you guys watch Balin Out Loud? That new show on TLC? That cutie patootie little girl, she has Tourette's. And they're showing her life and her boyfriend, and they moved in together and they got engaged, and now yesterday they were going looking at venues. She's so cute. She's so funny. She has a severe form of Tourette's. I guess there's all different kinds, and she has a severe form. So besides the tics, she says things, and bless her little heart. I mean, she can't help it, but some of the things she says, you just have to laugh at. Her boyfriend, her fiance does too. Because they'll be driving down the road in a car, and she'll see a sign, and it'll set her off, and she'll say something. I'm not going to say it, but she's just so cute, though. I love her. She's so cute. I love her family, too. And then I also watch the 7 Little Johnstons. Do any of you guys watch those shows? I watch on TLC. I watch the 7 Little Johnstons. I've watched them for years. They're cute, too. Yesterday was the finale of The Golden Bachelor, you guys. Was anyone watching The Golden Bachelor with me? Or was I the only one that watches the smut reality TV shows? I won't say what happened if any of you haven't watched it yet, but there was like a couple of twists until it got to the end. There was a couple of little surprise twists and turns. And then they had Gary, the first Golden Bachelor, on there, and holy cow, I did not know. The girl he picked from his season, they like had a whirlwind. Like they got married like right away, and they televised it on TV. All right, I'm all the way back around, guys, now. So now I'm just gonna cut it off, and we'll tuck the end in with some hot glue on the inside. They're already divorced. They were only married for like 6 months, and then they had irreconcilable differences. Something they said that she lived in New Jersey and he lived in Indiana, and she didn't want to move and he didn't want to move. Wouldn't you have talked about that like before you got married? I mean, even if it was a whirlwind, wouldn't that have come up in like conversation? Like, hey, we live in different states. Are you going to move or am I going to move? So I guess they were living separately because I Googled it. And then one time he went to visit her. Something, she made him sleep on the couch or something. I'm like, that just doesn't sound good to me, you guys. So then people were saying she was not in it for the right reasons. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Dr. Monica. Really, Sam? On which one? On this one that just ended yesterday? Or the original one? All right. Look how pretty that is, all covered. And then it's going to go on like that. We'll put the little thing on the end. All right, so you guys saw me do that. Does anyone want to see me do this top again? I did it on my live yesterday, but if you missed it, does anyone want me to do that again, or do you want me to just keep going with the... He should have AAA. I can't remember, was it Joan? And then she ended up being the first golden bachelorette. I feel like she's better off now though, because I don't know. I don't think he was a good communicator. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. What would you like for me to do? Do you want me to cover these others? Or do you want me, even though I did this on my live yesterday, do you want me to do this? Make this up. Right, Faye? That's what I'm saying. Shh, baby. That's what I'm saying. You would think in all of their conversations, we could do the jingle bells. I'll show you how I do the jingle bells. This is old from Stampin' Up. It's just gold cording and it's elastic, which is kind of cool. Then I have all these little red jingle bells. So I'm gonna tie one on this one. Kept referring to her muscles. Oh, yeah. Yes, Sam, yeah. Her. Yeah. Dr. Monica. Gotcha. All right, just feed it through a jingle bell and then give it a good 2 or 3 ties. Sam, I think you hopped on after I was telling my story about my ribbon. I did go back because when I looked online, it was even a better price online. That Candyland ribbon I got, when you said I got ripped off, then I was so sad. When you said that, I'm like, oh, I hate getting ripped off. So I went online and checked it, and it was buy 2, get 2 free. And in store, they did me buy 2, get 1 free. And I know y'all said last weekend you bought 1 and got 3 free or something like that. I don't know, they keep changing all the time. So I printed it off and I went back yesterday and they gave me a $33 refund. Yep, $33 refund. All right, I'm gonna tie 3 little knots. So she is your dentist, that's so cool. Yes, $33. If it was $5, I don't know if it was $5, you guys, I'm cheap. I probably still would have went back, but $33 is a lot of money. So the manager had to come, they had to refund my first order, and then the manager had to manually put it in because their register in store was still ringing it up the wrong price. So I'm like, but yeah, your online says this, and it says online and in stores, so I want that price. Otherwise, I'm gonna return all the ribbon, and then I'm gonna go out to my car and order it on my phone online and walk back in the store and pick it up. She's like, okay, ma'am, you don't have to do that. We'll just refund your card, and then we'll recharge you the lower price. I know, right, Sam? I know. I mean, thank you for pointing that out. Otherwise, I would have I thought I was doing good. Buy 2, get 1 free. I'm like, ooh, because they were $20.99 a roll. So I thought I was doing really good. Then, I don't know, guys. I just winged it with the first one. I guess I could try to figure out how much I need. No, because I have that already glued on. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 inches. We'll do 6 inches. Let's do 7 inches because I need a little bit to tie. Yeah, I don't know why they keep changing the prices on everything, like all of the time. All of the time. You did, Sam. Were you shopping? What did you get? I know. I would never pay the full price. I mean, I would never. It was pretty ribbon, but I don't think it's worth $21 a roll. It is really, because I was working on my columns a little bit before my live today. It is really nice ribbon. It's very thick and it has all the sprinkles and glitter on it. It's very nice ribbon. But I would never pay a $21 like full price. That's just cuckoo crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yep, and I figured out it's gonna take me 3 rolls for each column. So I need 6 rolls total, and you saw I bought 8 rolls, so I'll have 2 rolls left over just in case if something happens, like whatever, next year, and I need some more of it, and you know they won't have the same kind, so I'll have backup. All right, what did I say, 7 inches? So this is, you guys, how I did my jingle bells. This is how I did my jingle bells. And then I wrapped it around the little light bulb topper twice, and I just tied it in a knot for anyone that's gonna make this. I showed that part on my live yesterday. So between yesterday's live and today's live, guys, you should be able to make these start to finish, or be inspired to make something like it. If you don't want to make the exact same one, you can make something like it. They're installing the landscaping in the house across in kitty corner from us. So that means the house is completely done. The driveway's done, and they brought in topsoil, and they're planting trees and shrubs today. So that's good for my neighbor down there. But the one next to me, freaking disaster zone mess. Windy, blowing all the dirt over on my porch. I have a white Christmas tree, Candyland Christmas tree on my front porch. You guys, it's probably gonna ruin my tree. Being out here for the next 8 weeks for Christmas, all decorated Candyland, I can guarantee you when I go to take it down in January, that white tree is probably gonna be all dirty, yucky, discolored. Trying to be sneaky. Nice, so nice. I don't understand it. My husband and I were talking, and for them to be, first off, the ribbon is overpriced, but for them to be doing buy 2, get 3 free, buy 1, get 3 free, buy 2, get 2 free. They're trying to get you to, even though you're getting more free, they're trying to get you to buy more. So that leads me to believe that their stock is sitting there. The people are just too broke and can't afford, because everything is so freaking expensive out there these days, guys, right? Everything is so freaking expensive. All right, we got 3 of these done. I am just moving right along, guys, and I'm over the time, but Albert said that Mrs. P was not feeling well, so she was not coming on. So I can hang with you a little bit longer if y'all want to hang. We still have a few on here. What do you want to see me do next? I think the next logical thing, unless I wrap more, but that's kind of boring watching me do that, would be to do the little light bulb topper. I can do that, because then I can paint them and let them sit and dry overnight. And then tomorrow maybe I can make the reindeer and assemble everything. Came out so cute. And that the reindeer is teeny tiny, guys. The antlers are from my friend Michelle Crafty Ma'am. I just ordered 12 more pairs from her today because I feel like I'm going to be making a lot of tiny reindeer. Could be, Sam, could be. My reindeer is overall, including the antlers, he's 3 inches. He's tiny. And those are the 1-inch antlers from Michelle. So if you go over and get some from her, tell her I sent you. So she knows where you saw the project. And those are the little 1-inch ones. Now you can make antlers out of clay. I just think that is so cute with the having antlers different. Canned air some of the debris off your outside tree. Yeah, but my tree, if you could see it, it is so heavily decorated with all of the things, guys. velvet macarons. I feel like that everything's gonna get ruined. Although I do have to admit, my back porch is dirtier because they dropped 2 loads of dirt in the backyard of the house. It was probably leftover from another job site, and every time the wind blows it, you could see it in the air, just clouds of all of this sandy brown dirt blowing. And I just pressure washed my back porch, getting ready to put my Christmas stuff out, and it's filthy dirty. All my white furniture out there, you go like that, and it's just filthy dirty, filthy dirty. So my back porch is decorated more for farmhouse. I have the dark green garlands, red and black plaid bows, but my front porch is Candyland. I have pink garlands, and I have a white Christmas tree, and I have beautiful pillows and fluffy pink Christmas throws, you know, over my rocking chairs. It's all light pastel Candyland. So I feel like the dirt, it's still gonna blow in the front, but not as bad as the back. So there, at least there's that. Craft more and stay? Okay, Tisha, I will stay. All right, and then I tied like 3 knots, guys. So you're just gonna come close and trim off your excess. So then you just have your gold ribbon, cord, whatever you're using, on 2 little jingle bells. And then, like I said, I kind of wrapped it around, because mine is stretchy, I wrapped it around the little gold screw in top twice and tied it in a little knot. So there's 1, here's 2. Albert, who is on at 4? Is it Kathleen that's on at 4? At 5. At 5. Kathleen, she's usually in the 5 o'clock spot. Hi, Betsy. How are you? Hey, Penny. Kathleen's usually in the 5 o'clock spot, you guys. And she did say that she was coming on, even though with all the rain. It's a good day to stay inside and craft and just stay off the roads. Stay inside and stay safe. All right, so those are all trimmed down. We are just making headway, guys. So I have my 3 jingle bells. I have my 3 candy canes. I have my 3 sets of antlers. I have my 3 little reindeer cabochons. These are from Glitz and Glue. The antlers are from Crafting Ma'am. I pulled some of my red and white peppermint candies out of a mix that I pulled the red and the green, but I will just use the red because that's a different color green than my green here. And you see in the middle of the snowflakes, those iridescent snowflakes, I put the little peppermint candies. The iridescent snowflakes are sequins from Hobby Lobby. And then this big chunky wood snowflake is from Hobby Lobby as well. Yes, Hobby Lobby and Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing. These little red glitter beads are from Hobby Lobby. The eyes I used for the reindeer are from Michael's. Recollections, black crystals, teeny tiny. And then you could make a nose out of clay, but I have this pack of tiny gumball beads, and I like using them for my noses. Okay, what next, guys? What next? What next? Oh, and I have to pull something. I put a little lollipop in her hand, so I'll have to pull. That's from Annie's Treasures. And then I did glue her little booty to this chenille yarn hoop, and some of my glue was showing a little bit. So I took one of these little presents from Crafting Ma'am and stuck it right there to camouflage so you couldn't see the glue. Some of it seeped out and I could see it on her little booty, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, guys. I didn't like it. All right, so we can make the little round loopy loops, and then maybe I'll let you guys go because I have 2 more of these to cover, 1 more of these to cover. Hi, Patty, how are you? All right, so get you 3 toothpicks. Get you your silicone mat and get you your white foam clay. White foam clay. And I'm using this Deco Art Dazzling Metallics Glorious Gold from Hobby Lobby. $1.89 a bottle, and it comes out with that real pretty gold sheen, okay? Guessing that you made the candy cane that's in the hoop. Yes, this was some leftover, I made a twist with the pink and red for the handle for my Santa hot cocoa mug that I taught in my virtual workshop. So I had some left over from my original one I made as my sample. So when I cut it off, I just made some candy canes. And then when I was teaching the project in the virtual workshop, I had some leftover as well. So I just made my handle, cut off the excess, and I made 2 more candy canes. So in the excess of my first project, I had enough to make 2 little candy canes. In the excess of my second one, I had enough to make 2 more little candy canes. All right, so for that little topper, keep in mind, you want it to be that wide, maybe a little bit wider. Mine ended up coming out, when I wrapped the worm around it, just a little bit wider. So how I did it yesterday, if you use a lot, better prices from their website. Got you. I don't use a lot of it, Sam. I only kind of use gold at this time of year for Christmas stuff. So I have that bottle and probably another bottle, and then I have silver. So roll you a little ball, guys. Mine is about half an inch-ish, half an inch. Just a little round ball. And I need 3 of them. If I was being good, I would use this, and then they would all be uniform. So maybe I'll do that. Let's do that. Let's put it in the 22 millimeter. I keep saying I want to go with a Sharpie black marker because this is all in millimeters and my brain doesn't work in millimeters. My brain works in like quarter teaspoon, half teaspoon, teaspoon. So I want to figure out what the millimeter equates to. Like, what is 40 millimeters? What is that? Like, I feel like 33 millimeters is maybe a tablespoon. You know what I'm saying? I want to take a Sharpie marker and write on the top of the plastic, like what that would be in teaspoons and tablespoons. My mind is old. I don't equate to that. Yeah, okay. That looks just about like my first one. So which one did I use, guys? The 22 millimeter, whatever 22 millimeters is. I think it was the 22 millimeter. Okay. This is just for the inside of your little light bulb thingy. So it doesn't have to be, they don't have to all be the same, but since I'm making 3 assembly lining, where did you get the circle thing? Where did you get the circle thing? The hoops? The wooden hoops, they're embroidery hoops. I bought them in bulk, like 12 on Amazon. Or the disc, the circle disc. I ordered them from Michael's online. Is that what you meant, the circles? Betsy, Google, 3 millimeters, 1.29. Yeah, but I don't want inches. I want it in teaspoons, like a quarter teaspoon, a half a teaspoon, a tablespoon, because that's what I normally use. You know, a cup, oops, sorry. That's what I normally use. Hi, Brenda, how are you? All right, so now I'm gonna take some more white. We're gonna roll a worm. We want it to be kind of small and tiny. The measuring millimeter sizes. This measuring thing from Temu. This pink measuring, it's not really measuring cups. It's like a measuring thing. Temu. This is Einstein. Yeah, because normally this is what I had been using. I still use these two, guys, when I want everything to be uniform. And this is what I'm comfortable with. These are my craft ones that I only use for crafting. So I have a half teaspoon, a teaspoon, a half a tablespoon, and a tablespoon. This is the math that I'm comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with the millimeters. So I just eyeball it. I'm like, oh, that looks like the size I need. Snuggling your new grandson, 5 days old. Congratulations, Brenda. My grandson is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 days old. Mine is 19 days old. My new little baby grandson. We went over and saw him on Saturday. That was the first my husband had a chance to drive out and meet him. Of course, when he was born, I went and I stayed 4 days and got all of my baby snuggles in. It was my son's birthday. He turned 35, so we celebrated that. And Grandpa got to meet his first little grandson. It was very sweet. All right, so I'm rolling a worm, kind of thin. And then after this, I'll let you guys go. Oh, Sam's got it all figured out. I'm gonna go back and find your comment and screenshot it. Thank you for figuring all the math out for me. I'm old school. I don't do the MM. I don't do the MM. I only understand cups and tablespoons and teaspoons. All right, so then what you're gonna do is take one of your little balls, flatten it on one end, put it on the bottom of your little ball, and I just kind of rotate the ball on my table. I don't lift it in the air because I want it to be flat. And then when you get back to the beginning where you meet that flattened part, just like if you're doing swirl on a cupcake, swirl it up, and go around another row. Swirl it up and around a third row. And then I just cut it off. And that little opening part, I tuck the end in, the little end that you just cut off. I just tuck it in there. So it looks like a little tiny little frosting. Super cute. But that's gonna be the top of the light bulb, okay? It's gonna be that. I'm gonna paint it gold. So there's one. And see how as I rotated it on my table, I didn't lift it. It's flat on the bottom. So then we can put it flat onto our little hoop piece like that. After we paint it and after the paint dries. All right, let's do another one. Before my clay gets too dry, flatten the end, bring your little ball, connect it at the bottom, and keep it flat on your table, the little ball, and just spin it. When you get back to where you started, pivot and go up. Just make sure your clay is touching the inside your little starter ball. Pivot up a third row, and when you get all the way around, cut it off and just tuck it in there. And And then just give it a finger press to make sure all the clay is touching. Okay, there's a second one. Super easy, right? And then we have our third little ball. I need to roll out some, another worm. And then we'll paint him gold. Thank you, Albert. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You got my back. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. This community is awesome, isn't it, guys? Just everyone is so supportive of everyone. Well, not everyone, but most everyone is. Everyone plays nice together. I like hanging out with friendly, fun, cheerful, nice people, which I'm sure you all are the same. You don't want to hang out with grumpy people that have drama and all the things, guys, right? Crafting is supposed to be fun. Life is hard enough. We don't need any hard stuff going on in our happy place, in our craft world, right? So we just wanted Candyland and sprinkles and glitter and fun all the time, right? All the time. Sam. Right? Right. There's enough crazy stuff out in the world. Leave it out in the world. Make our crafty time happy. All right, that's way more than we need, but you know me, I always like to have more, and then as opposed to running out. So we'll do our third one. Hilariously funny, right? Yeah. All right, so touch it to your little circle. Keep it flat on your table. This is just how I do mine, guys. This is how it's easy for me. Get back to the beginning and pivot. Do a second row. Make sure your worm is touching your little starter ball. Get back to the beginning, pivot, do a third row. And when you're just got a tiny little opening left, cut it off and tuck it in. And I did 3 and all 3 look different, guys. So, which is fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure all the clay is touching all the clay. So as it dries, it won't pull away. They look like little mini whipped creams, little mini frostings, but they are flat on the bottom. That'll help you glue it flat to your ornament. Okay. This is supposed to mimic like a bulb, a Christmas bulb that would have, you know, the screw top in the beginning. I don't know. In my mind, that's what I was trying to make. Drama-free zone. Yes, Vay. This is my happy place. Crafting brings me so much joy. And I don't want any drama. I don't want any drama. All right, so I'm going to get my silicone mat out of the way because I don't want to get paint on it. You guys know I'm pretty, I am dramatic. Am I though? Am I though, Sam? Am I? Am I though? All right, and then get me a little paintbrush and my gold paint. Do you guys need me to turn the light on? It's getting dark. It's 4:20. It's getting dark. I'm not going back outside with that ribbon. I'll get my sewing machine out. I'll zip my seams together for my 3 rolls of ribbon, and then I'll do it tomorrow. And I'll take pictures, and I'll share with you, okay? All right, so now I'm just going to bring one over. For ease sake, I'm going to put a toothpick in just to help me hold it, and I'm being careful because I don't want to flatten any of my pretty. It came out so good, okay? I don't want to flatten any of that. This is just for me to hold it. Hold it, hold it. As opposed to hold it, hold it, hold it. This is just for me to hold it, okay? While I'm painting it, okay? It's like my extra little hand. Oh, you were saying that to Vay. Oh, okay. I was going to say, am I? My husband tells me I'm extra. But I try not to be extra when I'm crafting. But my husband's like, oh, you're so needy. You're so, oh, I have hiccups, guys. You're so this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have hiccups. Oh my God. And they're the ones really deep, deep down that hurt. Are your husbands like that, guys? Or is it just my husband? He doesn't call me extra. What does he call me? I can't think of the word he uses right now. It'll come to me in a minute. Basically, he tells me like I make a mountain out of a molehill. He's like, drama, this, that. I'm like, no. Need to keep the title, right? I like that. I like that thing. Then I feel like it's not just me. It's not just me. But yeah, you guys know this is my happy place, my drama-free place. This is where I come to do everything I love. My craft room, and I'm just surrounded with all of my things that make me happy. Like that table right there. If I'm having a bad day, I just walk in here and I'm like, oh! It just makes me smile. Just makes me smile. See, and then you go spin it with your toothpick and go around and you can paint all the sides and don't have to worry about getting any gold on your fingers. I'm just going back around to see if there's any little areas I missed. And then you are going to want to hit the bottom with some paint because like I said, this is a little bit wider, so your edges are gonna peek out and you don't want it to be white up underneath. So just that first little starter row of your clay worm, just go ahead and paint that gold underneath. Okay, so there's one. Cute. So I'm basically just showing you today the things I didn't, oh man. Yeah. Sometimes mine is, and then we have to have like a little loud discussion, and then things get better. Loud discussion. Do you guys know what I mean? So we had a loud discussion Saturday, coming back from the kids. So since Sunday, mine has been like the biggest sweet potato in the world. You love the idea, Sam? Are you gonna try and make one? Yeah, he's like, oh, do you want me to drive you back to Michael's? Oh yeah, oh good, Deb. Oh wow, you saved $33, that's great. Okay, do you not want to cook today? Let's go out somewhere. I'll take you out somewhere. I mean, so every once in a while, you just gotta get back in there and remind him who's boss. You know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean? Sam, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, you gotta feel like they step out of line. They forget. They forget. And you kind of, is your husband's like mine, you kind of have to let them think a lot of times like it was their idea, or, you know, their original idea, or, you know, yeah, you're in charge. Yeah, you're in charge. The key word is think. I feel, at least in my household, things run smoother when I take charge of a lot of this stuff. Like, bless his heart. The only thing he does for Christmas is help me carry the big tree in from the garage because I literally can't carry it by myself. And I asked him to put the floodlights with the extension cords out across the front of the house. I could do that, but Never hug. Might be related to my husband. And then I went out there today and I literally redid the floodlights and the extension cords, and I got rid of like 2 whole extension cords. He had extension cords like squiggled all over, and I just kind of condensed them. I'm like, he doesn't need all of this. There's plenty enough to just plug it into that one. You don't need I got rid of 2 whole extension cords that were just squiggled all over my front lawn and looking messy. I brought them in the garage and I showed him. I'm like, I just condensed. He's like, well, they're in the box. I just used them. I'm like, huh? What? Sir, it looked messy. You can't have messy looking out in the front in my cute Candyland. I mean, geez, you guys. Is it just us, or is this striking a chord with anyone else? All right, it's painted all the way around. I'm twisting it to make sure I don't have any missed spots. It looks really good. Now I'm gonna carefully flip it over and do that 1 round of worm on the underside. So when it peeks out from underneath, it'll be gold and it won't be white. Okay, good enough. Good enough, okay? Super cute. King of unfinished projects, yeah. All right, let's do the 3rd one. And then I'll let you guys go. I have to figure out what I'm doing for dinner. What are y'all doing for dinner tonight? What are y'all doing for dinner? What are you making? We finished all of our leftovers of everything, so we don't have anything left. So I have to make something. I bought all the ingredients to make stuffed shells, but that's something I would have had to have made earlier in the day, guys. So then I could bake it in the oven, and then you could bring it out and let it sit up top on your stove and let it cool and set. I can't just go make it now. So I'll maybe make them tomorrow. Mr. Righty. Mr. Righty, is that what you meant? Vay? That he's always right? Mine thinks he's always right too. And the key word again is thinks. He'll even say, I knew I was right. I know I was right. I'm like, dude, no. No. You were not right. But sometimes you just have to let them think that they are, guys. You know what I mean? To keep the peace and the harmony in the house. Sometimes you just have to let them think it. Oh, tidy. Got it. Oh, got you. I understand now. Like tight with the money. Like he doesn't let you spend. Got it. Mine's getting like that because we're heading down that path, toward retirement. Not anytime soon, but a couple years down the road. I mean, he'd love to do it now, but we just are not in a financial place to. So he's starting to, where before we'd be out and I'd say, oh, I want to get this. And he's like, well, get it. And now he's like, do you really need it? Where are you going to put it? Do you really need it? I'm like, yes, I really need it. Why else would I have said that? And then I think like, do you really need it, Deb? Do you really need it? We're out of storage space, so I can't really be buying big stuff like holiday decorations that I would have to store because I agree with him. Where would we put it? He had me get rid of the paid storage locker that I had in town. It's like $75 a month. He's like, Deb, that's just stuff that you're not using that you probably could just get rid of. So he had me go through it and I got rid of like 90% of it. And I brought a little bit of it at home. But yeah, we have no more room. That's so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty. If I wasn't doing Christmas ornaments, it kind of looks a little bit like a beehive. All right, so we got our 3 toppers. We got our 3 jingle bells. We got our 3 candy canes. We got our 3 red bows. We got 2 of our 3 bases for our discs. I got to do 1 more. We got all of our supplies for our antlers and our reindeer cabochons, our eyes, our gumdrops for the noses, our snowflakes, our red glitter balls. I have to do 1 more base with the white foam clay, and I have to cover 2 more hoops with the white chenille yarn, and then I can just assembly line and put them all together. Well, of course, I have to make the reindeers. The reindeer. I have to make 3 reindeer. So I'll do them next, probably tomorrow, and let them sit and dry. And then I can just assembly line and do 3 all at once, and it won't take me long. I don't want to accidentally get gold paint on this one. So I have all the parts and pieces. The only thing I still have to make is the reindeer, another base, 2 more hoops, and then when everything's dry, ready to go, I can do assembly line, assembly line, assembly line, and within an hour, I'll have 3 made. Quick. I like it like that, guys. All right, I am gonna let you go. I am going to try to figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner. Did you guys have any suggestions for me? I made pancakes one day last week for dinner. Oh, Sam, I just saw your comment. Oh my goodness. Baked sweet potatoes and smoked pork chops. That sounds delicious, Vay. I'm gonna hop in the car. I'll be over in a few hours, okay? That sounds so good. Oh, you know what, guys? JK, never mind. I ran back to Walmart yesterday to pick up some things I forgot when I was grocery shopping. And I bought one of their in-store baked chickens, the garlic herb. So that's what I'm having for dinner tonight with mashed potatoes and green beans. Duh! So I don't have to cook. Yay! Tomorrow we'll have leftovers, and Saturday night we're going out with neighbors. Did Kathleen say what she's making for dinner? That's what I'm having. I have my pre-baked roasted chicken in the fridge. It's one of the garlic herb ones. Yummy. And I'm going to do mashed potatoes and green beans. So that's what we're having. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me extra long today. I appreciate you all. Stay sassy, right? Roast pork. That sounds yummy, Kathleen. I love pork. Thanks for hanging out with me extra long today. I appreciate it very much. Kathleen, you're coming on at 5, right? 5 Eastern. I think she's the next one on in the lineup. So thanks for all your help with this. I will post pictures when I finish these. If anyone wants one, like always, just read out to me in a private message. I'd be very happy to make you one. Because one of them is going to be extra that I was going to keep for me, but I can always make myself another one. And I will see you back here in the Paper Sweeties studio Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Pink Frosting Divas with Crafting Amy Girl, my partner. All right, guys, until next time, be so sweet. I love you all. Have a magical, amazing weekend. I hope you got a chance to do something awesome and fun. And I'll see you again Monday. Bye, guys.